Hi, what's up guys? It's Thought by Zach here. Today I'm going to be doing another video on friendship discussions. Today's topic is going to be why I choose to have very few friends in my life or in my active life. I guess I'll just get right into it. The first point I wanted to make was people take work. It's not like a walk in the park if you want a good friend, if you want someone of good quality, do you know what I mean, to have a friendship with. It's almost like a project. You became friends with them because for a specific reason, like you enjoy their company, you enjoy spending time with them, you're into similar things, and because of that you start slowly investing more and more time into developing your relationship. They're not like contracts that you are bound to, that you can't budge. Friendships are kind of like evolving all the time, changing, and you're kind of testing each other. But the good thing about friendships is it's usually a positive experience where you're benefiting each other most of the time. Going back to people take work, you have to reciprocate in a friendship. You have to give balance. There's a 50-50. And if the balance is out of whack, for example, you're getting something more out of the friendship than they are, it would take someone who either has problems of their own, who then accept that, or someone who just doesn't care to accept the out of balance nature of the relationship. So you've got to be putting in, most of the time you've got to be putting in as much effort as they are to the friendship. So again, it's not that easy. If you want someone who's nice, who's kind, who's caring, who's interested in your life, then you've got to be the nice, kind, caring, interested person in their life as well, if not first. Kind of like if you want someone to ask about your day and genuinely care about it, then you've also got to be doing that for them and having conversations without expecting them to then reciprocate back to you immediately like some sort of gratifying machine. Moving on, I just want to talk about my school life because that was a period in my teenage years where I was trying to garner lots of friends for my self-esteem, and I was seeing very little reward for doing it, so I think it's quite relevant for this video. I ended up trying to establish myself in my year group by just befriending people and being nice to people most of the time. That was my angle, so that people would like me and I could fit in that way. But what ended up happening was I would end up wrapping my identity in my social identity, which causes all kinds of weird problems when you try and make lots of different friends. One, it feels like because you have so many different friends, the friends you have are shallower in terms of the connections you're making aren't as good because you're spending less time but with more people. But also you are wrapped up too much in this ball of what people are thinking about you. And I know you could argue school is kind of a blown out proportion idea of that, but you have workplaces too that are kind of like that. And even just if you have maintained lots of different friends but completely different places in your life, you're going to be managing people. You're going to be on Snapchat talking to this person, on Messenger talking to that person, then you're going to be meeting up in a coffee shop with that person, then you're going to be going here and doing that, and the gym with this person and that, and all of a sudden you're just constantly maintaining rather than building. You're maintaining things. It's bad because it feels like it's out of your control then. When you start putting your identity into other people, it feels weird because it's out of your control. That's a bad feeling. You don't want to be the type of person who's on social media, they're getting hundreds of likes, but you don't like their shit and they're off with you. You know what I mean? Like they notice and they care. Kind of the same kind of friend who, if you don't message them every day, and one time you don't message them, if you message them every day and then one time you don't, they're off with you because because you don't care anymore and they took it to heart. Well, the reason they're taking it to heart is because they care so much about what how you are acting towards them, because they've put themselves into, not you specifically, but their social dynamic. I think lockdown was interesting to look at, given this topic we're talking about today, which is friendships, and why I think it's better to have less than to have more. And that was because it didn't take very long, and I live in the UK, in Wales, I'm not going to say where, but it didn't take very long for me to notice, because I was going on walks, getting out the house quite a lot. I was on my own for 4 months, so I wasn't actually living with anyone at that time, and I was going out for walks, and I noticed it didn't take very long for people to start stretching the rules in terms of seeing people, talking to people, socializing, etc. And I think it's interesting because we are social beings, and we depend on our friends for our happiness a lot of the time, and how we feel, and if a day was productive or not, or if we enjoyed our day, if we got to see someone we like. But at the end of the day, what I found is having less friends means a few things. One, I can put more attention, effort, energy into the few I do have, which means I'm building a better relationship with those people, specifically at this current time in my life. And I only speak to around 5 or less people a day. One is my mum, and she's not really a friend. She's like a parent. I wouldn't class her in the same thing. But also, it teaches you to be less dependent on people, because there are less people going about for you to depend on. So it puts more emphasis on you rather than other people being the problem, you being the problem if you feel bad or you've had a bit of a rough day. And you have also a deeper involvement in the few friends you do have in their lives. So you're having more of a fulfilled friendship with those people. What I found is, having had these friends, some of them for, I would say, a few years, and the other few for the majority of my life, I've found that, by nurturing a friendship, by actually giving a shit about who it is that you're talking to, and caring about who they are as a person, respecting them as an individual, what I've found is I never actually have issues with them. The same way I've had issues with people who aren't my friends before. I don't get into arguments with them really, and if I do, it's very brief and sorted out there and then, really. I don't have issues with loaning them money, although we don't really do that much anyway. I don't have issues with petty things. If I need a favour, it's usually forthcoming for them to be like, yo, yeah, I'll help you out. And I have respect there, and it's a mutual thing. So take that for what you will. Obviously, this is just my experience. I would love to know what other people or you guys have to say about, how you sort of manage your social lives, whether you have lots of friends or you don't have lots of friends, how you like it, whether you want to change that or not. Let me know in the comments down below. And if I missed any point out that you might have wanted me to mention in this video, let me know. It's been thought by Zach. I hope you enjoyed this video. Still working on the Reddit page. I think what I'm going to try and do is start converting these videos into blog posts. I was given this idea on a YouTube video today, and I think that's quite a good one. So I might start making blog posts and posting them to Reddit. And that way it's another place for people to then engage with the content I'm putting out here. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.